Hey, everybody, and welcome to Shutitdownboys. This is the podcast where me and the boys get together after a long, hard 24-hour shift, and we talk about life, both outside of and at the fire station. Beside me, I've got my two co-hosts as always, but as usual, I'm your main man leading this orchestra, just freaking getting us all together and getting us through. Yeah, no. Getting us through this. I'm maestro in this whole episode. Next to me, I've got Tanner Holligan, the lovable hillbilly. He's just on the floor in his underwear, banging pots and pans together, just looking for a little bit of attention. And last but not least, we've got old Murph and Turf. He's Bob Vila whenever it comes to woodworking, but he's a real simple Jack when it comes to reading.
That's the best one yet.
Yeah, nice.
Best one yet.
Chasing around butterflies.
Oh, the audio's not on. No,
That's
just
it,
kidding. Oh, dude. Shout out to Tropic Thunder, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, how's it going, boys?
Going good, man.
Really
Going good.
enjoying
Yeah.
the hot toddy y'all
Yeah,
made.
hot
no
toddy.
kidding.
Is it
Oh,
good?
good way
So
to-
good, dude.
It is good.
Right when you started doing the intro, I was like, yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
toddy. Yeah,
I did get like a whole clove in my mouth.
You
just
got to
a
watch
minute ago.
those. Yeah. When Melissa makes them, she strains it and stuff. But yeah, listen, I'm not doing all that for you guys.
Yeah.
Not for us.
Yeah, not for us.
Not for
So,
Simple Jack and the trailer park kid.
Not happening, dude. All right. So today, me and the boys, we got together and we decided to go over best and worst dates. We found a list online, like we usually do.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. We've all been around the block a
Yeah.
time or two.
I think our
I'll
audience
say that.
probably has, too,
Murph's
for the most
40.
part.
I'm 36. Holligan's about 27. What are you?
28, yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Aged well, huh?
I didn't get, you and I both didn't get married until we're
Yeah.
closer to 30.
Yeah. 30.
Yeah.
30 is when I got married.
Yeah, same.
So Holligan, he got married once at 16, I think, and yeah, right, something like that. Yeah,
I love you so much.
I love you so much, babe. Yeah, dude. Oh man, once they get you, man.
Some of us have been there.
Oh yeah.
So what are we going to do first? We're going to do
We're gonna
best
go-
dates, or are we going to do the worst
So
dates?
there's a list online that became super popular, and it was some women all got together. Naturally, and started complaining about stuff. Shout out to all the women out there.
Yeah.
We love you. Just messing with you. But so,
If you want to sponsor us.
but I mean, if that's if any hot ladies want to sponsor us, no. But come on. Top 10 worst first date ideas, which it's generally women are going to be the ones you're getting asked out, and then men are, like, I think there was that one dating app where women would ask you out.
It's either Bumble or...
I think it was Hinge.
Okay,
yeah.
so you can go after them. I'm completely lost
I could
when
tell
it
you.
comes to
I
this
got
kind of
it.
stuff.
I got it. So there was Tinder, and then Bumble is the one I think that women, have
Bumble?
to. They have to talk to you first.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
They talk to you first.
so
yeah.
they really give the power
Yeah.
then to the women. To
I
decide.
kind of like that better, though.
Yeah,
It was.
It
Yeah.
takes
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pressure off the dude.
Sure,
in a
sure.
way,
You already know she's interested if she's contacting
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like that better.
Well, dude, the thing about these dating apps, in my experience, which was I don't
Minimal?
know. No, I had a pretty good amount of experience with dating apps.
Tinder.
Plenty of Fish was big. Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of
That-
Fish.
I
Was,
don't remember
Whenever I
that.
was in Washington State, Plenty of Fish was banging, and
That was an app, too?
that was an app. Plenty of Fish. Yeah.
Okay.
Like fish in the sea. I
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Sure.
Okay, but good
play on
We get
Where's
it.
the drum thing over here? Yeah. So but with my experience with the apps,
We all do this too much.
It's our thing.
That's our thing,
It's
man.
our thing, dude. I just remembered talking about this. A bad date. I'll save it for whenever we go over our own.
Sure.
But I got to write it. I just remember a Plenty of Fish bad date.
Oh, no.
Oh man, it was so weird. Anyway, but with my experience with the apps, well, I'll share that at the end. But with my experience with the apps was the women. There would be so many opportunities out there for them.
Oh yeah.
So you'd be talking to one for a day or two or whatever, and then they just stop talking to you, and they saw Brad scrolled across their page, and they're like, Jesus, Brad's got a 6-pack on him, yeah, and a 6-figure job,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my experience with it.
Yeah.
Also had a lot of good experiences with it. Met some cool people, some cool ladies.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money. I had a lot of bad dates on it, but anyway. So
God, that would be weird, right? That's kind of almost like the
very
blind date thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Except you did kind of see them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've never experienced it, so I don't really
Sometimes
understand.
you roll up and then you roll out real quick.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering if that
But
kind of
there's
stuff
there's
happened.
things that people forget. Like I've got buddies that got married from meeting their spouse on a dating
Oh, yeah.
website, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there are
yeah.
people that are like, I'm not trying to hook up, man. I'm trying to meet somebody.
Yeah.
If you ain't about it, peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that. That was my opening line.
Then there's those.
Yeah. If it happens, it happens. I didn't want to do it. Yeah. Damn it. But
All right, here we go.
Anyway, here we go. Top 10 worst first date ideas. This I would never do this, dude. It'd be so weird. Going to the movies.
What? What are you talking about?
That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
No. You can't. The whole point of going on a date is to talk to someone.
No way, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So it
A
gets
first date, you're taking a girl to the movies.
You got to think about like a high schooler or something. Dude.
I'm talking. Listen, we're not. This list was not made off high schoolers.
I don't know.
Okay.
A bunch
you're
of
in your
horned
20s.
up teenagers, dude. Yeah, they're going
They're
down.
skipping the movies.
Yeah, dude.
They're going to the drive-through.
They're going down Old
the
Dirt
drive-in.
Road where
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
from. Yeah, yeah,
Been down a few of those.
exactly.
Okay, I
That's
see your
back
point.
roads
I see
in
your
one
point.
way or another.
I do see your point. As
Exactly.
an adult, movies are not a great first date.
No.
Coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know though. You go to a movie and it's like maybe after, like you kind of get to know each other, but like that first moment, like you don't have to come up with a bunch of like small talk and
you
like
get
you just kind of sit there. You kind of
I'm
like
on your side now.
and then every once in a while you might say something to 'em.
Absolutely not. You two are fucking crazy, man.
I'm on his side.
And then you're like, let's go get a drink.
Yeah, and then you could talk about the movie.
And then you talk about the movie.
Your
Now,
first
I'll
date's
say-
6 hours long. What the hell is wrong with you two?
6 hours.
Movies are 3 hours these days with all these previews, and then they're like, "What movie did Brandon Fraser play a Mountie in?" And you're just like, "What? Just get to the movie, dude." They're asking all kinds of trivia and bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you two are on the spectrum for thinking about that. Dude.
I always
No.
loved movies.
I did too.
I was a
I did
big
too.
movie guy.
He
so-
didn't have a high school life like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
yeah.
We had a lot of fun. Movies are.
I also love movies, but I don't want to bring some hot broad with me, dude. Yeah. No.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like just a slow incline.
that is
into
what
like
you
a,
call. Yeah.
Slow inclined to not getting laid.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, you
Maybe
too.
at the
Yeah,
end.
dude.
What if it,
You don't know that.
Yeah. No.
A lot of
No.
just a good rom com? You bring them
Yeah.
there. There's plenty to laugh
That is
at
what you
afterwards.
call an icebreaker.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
exactly.
No. Mm.
Without a lot of conversation in there, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not a big conversationist.
I-
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could find out if you like the girl, if you guys are on the same side of the aisle. You'd be like,
This
hey,
list was made by women, and that is the number one most disliked thing.
Oh, really?
me and
Yes.
you might be wrong.
yeah, we should have
two-
dated each other.
Yeah.
You probably have a lot more money and free time. Yeah.
No kids? Man, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
me,
we missed it.
yeah. Me and my buddy Matt, we would always say that.
Except I wouldn't want to see you with your shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We would have a celibacy relationship as well.
No. You got to consummate it, dude. Like Braveheart.
No way.
And I'm calling prima nocta too, dude. I get first dibs, dude.
You're coming trotting in on that horse, are you?
Hello, I declare prima nocta.
Oh man, God,
Which one are you taking?
That turned my stomach watching that part. I was like, oh
Braveheart.
man,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even married yet.
That was a bad one.
Which one's he taking? You taking me?
What do you mean? Oh, which one am I taking?
Yeah, he's taking me.
Yeah,
probably-
you're the female.
He's too hairy,
can-
dude.
he can-
You're
take-
the female.
he
You
could
got
take-
good skin, dude.
Yeah, but he could take you. But
That's true. Yeah,
So I'm the dominant.
you and him would be
He'd be the-
wrestling
Yeah,
around
yeah,
in there.
He'd be the one on his belly.
I just drug you with a Lone Star, dude. I just
Oh,
laced the
shit,
Lone
he's
Star.
got Lone Star,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, man, that's a good
Murphy
look.
would be like, I can't blame him.
Look at the sweat dripping off that bottle, man. I gotta get me one of those. Yeah, it's green. Yeah, get your ass in a heartbeat, dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Down a wormhole. Not a good one.
So you two totally wrong on that. They're taking some hot broad in the '90s to go see Lord of the Rings. Ain't happening, man.
Okay.
So
Yeah, well, I'm not picking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Come on.
what else would you pick?
Yeah. What else would you pick?
This next one is unbelievable. I can't believe that people would actually do this. McDonald's.
Oh, come on. No way. There's real people that do that.
Apparently, dude, that's
First date?
that's number 2.
First date?
Dude, if a guy, ladies, listen, if a guy is taking you to McDonald's,
He's down bad.
I mean, get out of there while you can. It's only downhill from there, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, it's only dollar cheeseburgers, and then you're going to Golden Corral after that. What's lower than McDonald's?
I've never thought about that either.
Yeah. What's the last time you've been to a McDonald's? You look like you go pretty often based off your
Based off of your shirt.
based off your shirt, your physical
workout gear.
appearance. Yeah, just based off everything about you.
We don't go as often as you think, to be honest with you. But during baseball season,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
frequent flyers from time to time.
Sure, yeah,
because
sure.
you got kids.
Yeah,
And
soccer season for my son. Yeah, we're a Chick-fil-A family.
McDonald's is a family-friendly
I can't knock Chick-fil-A
restaurant.
at all.
That's where you
No,
go.
no,
I can't.
Chick-
Chick-fil-A I can't knock at all.
No.
But McDonald's is a family friendly restaurant. It used to be, dude, when they had the Nintendo 64s in there, and then you probably don't remember that.
had that?
You
I
don't
didn't
remember that, dude?
remember that.
No.
Oh man, dude, they would have a
before my
Nintendo
time.
64 station set up, like with the kind of like you'd see at Walmart, like a testing. But
Yeah.
they would have a game. They have like Donkey Kong. And then they have those hamster tubes that you could climb around that just
Wow,
were
yeah.
absolute germ traps. Now looking back at it,
Old, gross, dude, they are nasty.
Well, that's why you got a good immune system now.
that's
though.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Licking
know.
the inside of those tubes.
Yeah,
and shit,
you're like,
dude.
oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
that kid's gonna be off for
yeah.
a little while, but
Eating a couple of chicken nuggies I found on the bottom of the
that
ball
was
pit.
always
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most disgusting thing as a kid was doing it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd step on it, be on the bottom of your heel.
Yeah. Man, that's like Chuck E. Cheese, dude. I saw a comment online and it was like, enjoy your rat casino and terrible pizza. I was like, yep, they got a point. Yeah, dude. It's the craziest thing, man. So,
McDonald's,
that's bad.
that's bad. Fast
so
food.
bad.
Do not take a girl out for fast food on your first
No,
date.
man.
No, we can all agree on that, right?
Yes.
I mean, I would think general
No.
public would
I would
agree
not
with
even
us as
do
well,
that.
right?
Yeah.
No, that's fucking crazy.
I wonder
man.
what poor girl had.
Oh, I know. To
Yeah.
write this, right?
1,561 of them.
Somebody's
voted, yeah.
gone through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
This one, this is another bad one for a first date, man. Staying home.
that. First date,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is-
you
that's-
just sound very boring.
come
Not-
over and hang out and watch a movie. Or
You sound like you're.
I mean, you obviously know what you want at that point. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah, dude.
It's
If
not
you're
a date.
inviting them
Yeah.
over for
it's
a
not
movie.
a date then. You
It's
know?
not a date. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Just
Watch,
put on a movie or something.
come over. To my, yeah,
You want to Netflix and chill?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, why don't you come over to my house? We'll watch Princess Mononoke or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we already know we're not going to watch this.
Well, you're sleeping by
Dude.
yourself.
Yeah, dude. That girl she'll be drier than freaking Lubbock, dude. If you put on Princess Mononoke, man. Yeah, dude, that ain't happening, man. Dude, tumbleweeds coming out of there. Yeah, dude. That ain't happening, man.
No.
That ain't happening.
No.
So
no.
staying home.
It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show. True. So this is. I'll go into one of my worst ones. I'll make it real quick. But this girl, it was Plenty of Fish, and she's like, I don't have a lot of time. Like, do you have a house? I was like, yep. And I had a house that I shared with a roommate. I was in the Navy, and she's like, I'll just come over there and we'll just chill out for a little bit. I'm like, all right. I like where your head's at. This girl, she comes over, and I had a couch in my room and a bed, and we were watching Netflix.
Sure.
And we're just laying there on the couch, and she looks over and she sees like my shoes in the corner, and she's like, "Is that all the shoes you have?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "I've got like 10 times as many." I was like, "Yep." I was like, "You're a girl."
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And then she
makes
started.
sense.
She started telling me about how big her like ex-boyfriend was. She was like, "Oh, he was huge, and he would go to the gym like every day, and he was just like jacked." I'm like, "Okay, this is a real cool date.
No.
It's a real cool date so far, dude." And this is
I just saw a clip on that, dude. The
yeah,
other day.
it's so bad.
Anyway, keep
It
going.
was so bad,
sorry.
dude. And then she starts like she's combing through her hair, and then she starts putting strands of hair on my leg next to me. Ugh. And she's like,
What?
Yeah. And she's like, "Those are for you." And I was like,
I don't want
"What is happening right now, dude?" I was like, I was just trying to get.
I'm not making a doll out of this.
Yeah, dude. I was like, and I kind of brushed them off my leg. And at that point, I was like, "Hey, my roommate's about to be home, and we're going to get some beers or whatever." She's like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll go." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude!" I was like, "What?"
You guessed right.
Yeah, dude. So staying home, that's not, you're bringing a total stranger into
Yeah,
your
no,
house.
no,
like,
no.
especially if you're a girl, do not invite some guy over to your house, for God's sakes, man.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, get to
don't-
know him. Get
don't
to know
do
him.
it. Yeah.
Get to know
So that's a bad one, dude.
Especially
Stay
nowadays.
Go out somewhere.
Yes.
Get them in public, man. For God's sakes, dude. This is crazy.
People are closet weirdos.
People are real closet
Yes,
weirdos.
they are.
Going to a parent's house. Okay, I see the fingers. I don't know if the cameras pick up on the fingers, but we all see them, dickheads. Going to a parent's house.
Ugh.
Yeah.
First date?
Oof.
Hell no, dude. If a girl asks me, hey, let's go to my parents' house.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to meet your mom and dad. I don't
Yeah.
even know you.
Not doing that.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
If
know
you're
you
weird,
yet.
your
Yeah.
parents are probably super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that one time.
Oh, really?
You did that one
I was
time?
staying with my parents whenever I got out of the Navy.
Wow.
And a girl was like, we were having a party, and she's like, do you mind if I come by? And I'd never met her except for online. She had adult braces, so that should have been a red flag right there. Yeah, dude.
Hey, good on her, man. Good on her.
Yeah, she's fixing her
Eventually
teeth.
fixing her teeth.
Yeah,
Later in life.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
she didn't
Better
have that
herself.
growing up.
Good
She
for
has
her.
insurance? Those
Yeah.
are two wins
I mean,
right
either
there.
way, dude. She came by the house, and she
You know
was,
she's gonna have a straight grill.
it wasn't good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It wasn't good. Yeah. My dad was a little too, he'd been drinking a little bit, and my dad is kind of like me. He'll roast you.
Yeah.
And she didn't really take. She didn't really take to
she
it.
didn't
very
take the
well.
jokes.
Yeah, she did not. Yeah. So don't do that. Don't bring someone to your parents' house, man. That's bad.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do that anyways.
No. But I mean, I guess I used to. Whenever I had the old tiny house, I lived, on the back of my parents' property.
Yeah, but you're still secluded away.
I was
from
still
them.
secluded,
You
and
know
it was
what I
still
mean?
my own tiny.
It was kind of a driveway off of it.
That's
so
true,
you
yeah.
could, you
Yeah.
didn't have to stop at your parents' house
Yeah.
first.
check in.
Yeah, check in.
Walk past them with
Yeah.
a girl to my room. Like, those are my roommates. Yeah. So I mean, I guess I did that, but
I usually though, I always want my, if I like a girl,
Sure.
I want her to meet my mom and dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
They're cool people.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are
Because you
super
want
awesome.
their approval.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my parents are cool.
Yeah.
My dad's cool. He can talk to anybody. My
Yeah.
mom's super cool. My mom's just like super lovable. Everybody falls in love with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
super nice,
Immediately.
lovable
Yeah.
lady. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So-
save that.
Yeah, but I'm saving it.
I mean, what are we
That's
talking
That's
here?
the
Like
thing.
Third,
Like,
fourth date? Fifth, sixth?
A month
I
or so.
guess depending on how head over heels I am. I think.
Yeah.
When did you do it with Christine?
I think I did it pretty early.
Okay.
Once Christine moved back because she lived in Austin, when we first started dating.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'll get to that.
Was she in school?
No, she was actually job hunting. She had
Oh.
already graduated college.
Okay.
But yeah, she was living in Austin at the time. But as soon as she came back home, I was like, oh, let's go hang out with my parents.
Yeah. Was
But
she one
we
of
had-
those street performers in Austin? She's playing volleyball by herself on the street corner. Hey, give me a nickel or something. Yeah. Shout out to Christine, just messing with you.
Yeah. No, she'd be a great street performer,
yeah,
man.
dude.
She's
Panhandling.
Yeah.
She's got all kinds of weird hidden
Yeah.
talent,
I'll show you
She's
guys
super
how to,
athletic.
I'll show you guys how to make your own chicory root socks or something,
Right.
something real obscure. What? Something real crunchy.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Wait. Go to a parent's house. Wait.
Yeah,
God's
that's
sakes.
not
Yeah.
Not a first
Save
date
that.
thing.
Save
Yeah.
that.
That's
when you get serious.
Yeah, this one doesn't make sense to me. Visiting a restaurant.
What do you mean?
That's what it says. Visiting a restaurant. So I'm assuming going to a restaurant. Well, where the hell else am I supposed to take you?
Yeah.
We gotta go eat.
I'm trying to
go
go
on a walk
trying to take you
That's
to
the whole point of it, right?
Chili's. Buy one get one free beers.
That's
dude.
how you get.
So
Yeah.
you pick
Yeah.
her up at 6. She hasn't eaten, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't take her to a restaurant.
Yeah.
You visit it.
Yeah. You visit it. You're
I
like,
don't
this.
know.
It'd be nice to eat here one day.
That was always my go-to because I never liked that. Like, don't just take me out to dinner and drinks. I'm like, what do you want me? You want to go skydiving? I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah, like this is a first
mean,
date.
it's so
true, dude.
You mean to
It's
take
a first date, lady.
You want me to take you to do your taxes? Yeah. God.
Balance your checkbook.
That was another girl I dated for a little bit. She hadn't done her taxes. We were talking about taxes.
Oh, you told me this.
Yeah, dude, we were talking about taxes, and she was like, I just haven't done them. I said, what?
What?
I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, I just forgot. And then it got to be like 5 or 6 years, and I just stopped doing them. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man. Yeah, I was like, you might want to get in touch with somebody. Yeah. I'm going to see if there's a finder's fee.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I'm going to call 1-800 U.S. government and see if I can get anything returning you in.
That's the thing, though. If you owe money, they'll hunt you down.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're getting money back, they ain't
They
worried.
don't give a shit.
They ain't hunting
Yeah.
you down to
Yeah.
give you money.
That's the man.
Yeah, so that's probably
That
the
is the
case.
man.
That was probably the case. She probably
This
was,
girl, she was one of those, like,
Didn't work.
She came from money, like an aloof Austin girl. Like, I don't really care. I'm like, you should probably care a little bit. Yeah, dude. Uncle Sam's gonna be booting your fucking door, and then you'll care. Yeah. That was the craziest thing to me, man. Nice lady, though. Shout out to her, man. All right, what do we got here? So, listen, I'm going to take you to a restaurant.
Yeah, where the fuck else are you gonna?
We're going to a restaurant, dude. It's not going to be a Church's or a Popeyes or whatever. It's going to be a nicer restaurant.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a Chili. I do love Chili's though.
I love
Southwest
Chili's.
egg roll. Shout out to them, dude.
So do you give them suggestions, or do you just go ahead and pick the
I
restaurant?
pick the place.
Pick the place.
Pick the place.
Yeah.
Pick the
If I
place.
ask them, it'll be.
Yeah, we'll sit here.
No.
We'll sit here for an
Yeah,
hour.
Yeah. We'll never go on a date. Yeah, dude. We know how that goes. That's the old trope.
We'll have to
man.
go dance or some weird shit.
Yeah.
Dancing. Yeah. Let's go salsa dancing. Whoa, hey. Trying to get to know you. Too intimate.
Yeah, it's also very
Yeah.
intimate.
Yeah. So, okay. And again, this one going to a pub/bar.
That's the perfect place.
Yeah,
for,
dude. You have
I
a couple of drinks. You loosen up a little
Yeah.
bit. That's bullshit.
Mean, yeah, that.
I like the cocktail bar first.
Yeah,
Like
Absolutely.
go there,
Yeah.
get a drink, and
Yeah.
then we're like, all right, now we're gonna head over to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Have some more drinks.
Yeah.
And eat some food. Sober up.
Well, you can be buzzed.
Yeah.
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 I like
you got to
it.
loosen up for God's
Yeah.
sakes,
Yeah.
man. Listen, alcohol makes things better. All
Yes.
right.
All things,
Especially dates, sports, podcasts.
everything. I just said it.
Yeah. Not in excessive amounts, of course.
Yeah, no.
We're responsible.
Yeah. Be responsible.
We've
for
never
God's
been
sake.
drunk on our podcast.
No.
never.
Anyway,
Not yet.
yeah. Have you guys ever been on a date with someone who drank too much?
Yeah.
Guy or girl?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. You drank too much
No, I'm just saying, like on a date
with a guy,
with a group, or with a girl
Oh.
who drank too much. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking. Have you ever taken a guy or a girl?
Not a guy.
Okay.
Jesus.
Have you?
You know me.
It took you a second. Yeah, it took you. Have you ever taken a girl on a date?
Yeah.
And she drank too much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a fun experience.
No, dude. I had to. Yeah.
It's actually bad.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing
Yeah.
for the most part.
I had to walk a girl home one time. Luckily, she lived right down the road from the bar. But, dude, I told her. She said, "What's?" We were sitting in a bar, and it was an awesome bar, man. I would take a lot of broads there. The bartender knew me. He's like, "Hey, back again, huh?"
It's a new face.
Buddy, please. Hey, who's this new lover? Keep it moving, buddy. Come on. Yeah. Local watering hole, for God's sake. Don't dime me out. So I was at the bar with this girl, and she was like, "What's the liquor you can't drink that you hate the most?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I hate Jameson. I had a bad experience on Jameson. Naturally, I hate Jameson. Like, just looking at the bottle turns
Makes
my
your stomach
stomach.
nasty.
Oh, dude.
Jaeger for me.
And yeah, we all have that. What's it for you? Probably a good quality beer.
Worst
Yeah.
whiskey.
Anything. What turns your stomach?
Anything that turns your
Whiskey
stomach.
Well, Evan Williams. Yeah.
God.
Awful,
Yeah, that's
awful
anybody.
shit, man.
Yeah.
So
It's basically, I think it's like knockoff Jack Daniels. or
Yeah,
something.
for sure.
It's awful.
So this girl, she was like, "What's
I
the
think
one?"
I think that makes some higher end stuff. But
Evan Williams, I could see it.
Yeah. Anyway.
But she asked me.
Either
She said, "What's the one liquor you hate the most?" And I was like, "I hate Jameson." She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan either." I was like, "Okay." So
2 shots of Jameson. I knew.
I go to the bathroom, dude, and I come back from the bathroom, and there's 4 shots of Jameson. 2 for each of us. And I was just like, "Oh God!" I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I got your favorite drink." She thought she was being catty and fun. I was like, "Nah, man." So I told her, I was like, "I can only drink one of these," and she's like, "I got the rest. Don't worry." Goo, goo, goo. I was like, "Jesus!" Even the bartender was like, yeah. I thought you guys had friends or something. Yeah. We did not, man, and we hadn't eaten anything, and she just started sliding off her chair, like not in a good way. Not because I was being super handsome, but she just like started just slumping down further and further, and I'm like, "Hey, I got it. Like, where do you live?" And she's like, "What are you trying to get in my pants?" And I was like, "No, like I
gotta take you home.
I gotta get you home.
I was like, "You didn't drive here, right?" She goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay." So I said, "Where do you live?" And she told me, and it was right up the road. She's like, "I'm pretty close." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm
So
like,
do you want to walk?
So, dude, yeah.
Walk over there. So
Yeah.
Because I'm going this way.
Yeah, man. I shuffled this girl home, and it was a doorbell. Like, it was in Seattle, so it was like a duplex or whatever.
Yeah.
And I rang the buzzer to the room that she was in.
Yeah.
And it was a roommate. She's like, "Hello?" And I was like, "Hey, I've got your friend here," and she drank too much. And the girl, I could hear, she goes, She goes, fucking Shannon, dude. And she's like, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. And so she comes downstairs, and her roommate's like, thank you so much. And like, she just drags this girl back upstairs. I was like, all right, cool date. Yeah.
Never going out with Shannon again.
Oh, yeah, no. It didn't happen.
Bye, Shannon.
And she's like getting dragged up the stairs. She's like, call me. I'm like, no, man. No. It ain't happening, man. So
delete.
I mean, yeah. Go to a bar. Like that's fun. Go to a bar.
Just watch how much you drink.
Yeah, just watch how much you drink. For
Yeah.
God's sakes, man. This is a wonky list. As usual, it's a goofy ass list. Yeah. Swimming.
What?
Swimming.
Oh, like
In the ocean?
You gonna take a girl to swim some laps or something?
Yeah, are they talking about
Try to
like
drop a
jumping
hint?
in the lake?
It just says
somewhere,
swimming.
you know.
Dude. Yeah, I want to see what your 100-meter time is. Yeah,
It just says swimming.
let me see your butterfly for God's sakes. It literally just says swimming.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so don't take
I've never thought about that.
no
Ever.
I guess if you have a pool at your house and you're like, hey, you want to go back to my house and go swimming?
I mean, I guess.
First date?
I guess maybe, but even then, it's like you're going to their house. That's the same thing as going to their
Yeah,
house.
true. And then you're asking them to get in a bathing suit.
Maybe a lake.
Date one.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not doing that, man. Unless they're really into you, then it's not a date. Then
Yeah,
it's just
right.
hooking up.
Fucking Jason Voorhees taking you on a date. Let's go to the lake. No.
Let's go to this.
Got a cabin?
Let's go to this secluded cabin in
Yeah,
the woods.
dude.
Got a couple machetes.
Yeah. My mom's there. Didn't Jason like hate his mom or something?
No, his mom. He was getting vengeance for his mom.
They killed his mom.
They killed his mom. They
Who killed
chopped
his
her
mom?
head off.
Ah, Jesus.
that really?
1970s. Guys,
Yeah.
come on.
Who killed his mom?
I just don't know.
The campers?
a lot
The
about
camp
horror
counselors
movies.
killed his mom.
Dear Lord, for what?
How do y'all not know this?
Well, I don't like scary movies.
They are
Yeah,
the
I'm not
best.
a scary movie guy.
Jason Voorhees. They let him drown.
Okay.
His mom got mad, started killing everybody.
Naturally, yeah.
And then the camp counselor chopped her head off.
Oh,
so
my
Jason
God.
Voorhees' soul comes back, and he comes out of the lake and starts murdering.
Interesting.
Everybody.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that tidbit of it.
Yeah.
Still not gonna watch any of them.
Y'all got to watch it.
No, I'm good. Next up, we got watching a football game.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Real
That's a
bad,
bad
dude. No, that's real bad.
Dude thing. Unless you really like
Unless
sports.
the chick's like super into sports,
Yeah, I
and you're like,
guess.
"Hey, let's go to a game."
Yeah.
you know. But I think you might find that out ahead of time
Yeah.
before you just like commit to like, "Hey, we're going to my favorite football team."
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, if you're healing, you can't do that. though,
No,
'cause you
absolutely
have
not.
zero
No, I would
relation.
never.
Yeah.
I would never take a
You'd be like,
girl.
let's go to this this leather ball game. It's got this.
The
thing
Ravens are
in it."
playing
Yeah.
the Patriots.
No, I'd take a girl to a
She's like,
Magic
"That's
the
not the
Gathering
Ravens."
tournament. yeah, dude.
Those are the Eagles.
Yeah. No, I would.
It's a bird.
Yeah, yeah. I'd take a girl to watch some fat kids play Yu-Gi-Oh before I took her to
Oh, God.
fucking football.
What is
tournament.
that?
Yeah, it's a card game. Yeah,
Card game. Yeah.
card
yeah.
game.
I know about it.
It was also a TV show, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
know.
He
anything
never.
about
He never. It always keeps going.
Yeah,
All
fucking
the-
Blue Eyes White Dragon, dude.
Blue Eyes White
Yeah,
Dragon.
Dark Magician. Yeah.
it. Y'all are out.
You don't know that?
No.
Oh man.
Just in another fucking realm.
Come on.
Oh man, I wish I knew remember the theme song.
Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're looking for someone to sponsor.
Oh yeah, I don't know. They can't still be going.
No. Yeah.
I bet there's some.
They're selling cards, so
They got it. Yeah.
We could start doing that thing where we just open up Yu-Gi-Oh
Pack of
cards,
cards.
and like do big reveal stuff. You know, those get a lot of.
That's a lucrative business. dude.
That's for a podcast of healing by himself.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, the three of us aren't doing that. Yeah.
legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Well, that's why Dragon. No big deal. Well, that's like that one dude that pulled Post Malone bought it from him. They did a Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set.
Oh
And
yeah.
he pulled the one ring, and it was a single card that they made. They only made one of them out of millions of other.
Holy
Post
shit.
Malone pulled it, or somebody else
A
pulled it.
random dude pulled it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And then Post Malone contacted him immediately. He's like, "I'll buy that thing from you for like $1.2 million." And the guy's like,
What?
"Okay."
No way.
Can you dude? Yeah, can you imagine that shit?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Post
What a
Malone
lucky
hit you
guy.
up. He's like, "Hey, I'll give you $1.2 million."
Good for him.
I'd probably
Yeah.
open it up and like, what's this
for him.
trash?
Yeah, dude. No, you wouldn't.
this bullshit.
You would not. Yeah, you'd be
One
like,
ring.
yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, make sure to PayPal at friends and family to me, Post Malone.
Yeah,
Friends and
yeah,
family,
friends
for
and
God's sake.
family, yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't
trying
wanna pay taxes on this, please.
I'm not trying to pay taxes on this shit. All right, so watching a football game, yeah, unless a girl's super into sports,
Yeah.
So don't.
But even then, for you, you're out.
I'm out. I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. No,
Because if
absolutely
she's
not.
super into
Hell,
sports,
even me, I'm out. Like, dude,
I'm out.
I'm not. I like sports, but I'm not as.
yeah,
I-
yeah,
you know, I'm
the
not
same
keeping
way.
up with shit as much
I'm the
as
same
some of
way.
these people
I'm
are.
I'm not the ESPN Sport Center
Me
guy
either.
either.
No.
Me
You
either.
know, I don't sit there and watch that kind of stuff.
I
all the
get shit
time.
all the time on like Instagram and Facebook.
Now I love, I love a game,
watching a game.
and I like playing sports.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm more into
But-
playing sports than I
dude,
am watching them.
keeping up with all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It is just so much shit.
And
It's
they're
so much,
constantly
man.
trading players and new players,
God.
and, baseball, football.
It always
Yeah.
happens to me. I'll be like, oh, he's on the, the Browns. And they're like, dude, he was on there like 2 years ago. I'm like, he
Yeah.
traded again.
Yeah,
Go
he's-
figure.
yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah. No, I
I
can't
can't keep up with it.
Anyways, tangent, whatever.
Yeah. Dumb sports tangent complete. Lame. This one is just absolutely insane. I don't know how this is even on the list. Attending a funeral.
What?
Dude.
That someone
You're gonna
had a bad
ask
experience.
somebody
I
on a
mean,
first date.
I need
what?
and take
emotional
them
support.
to take them to a funeral. What?
I mean, unbelievable.
That's like
man.
a wedding crashers, right?
Yikes! Yeah, idiot! You idiot! Oh, mom, look at me! I'm dead.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah. Dead. Yeah. Oh, man. No, that's insane. Next one, and I would do this one pretty often, especially whenever I lived in Washington State.
Oh, and it's the worst.
This is the worst. Going to the park.
I think that's a
What the
good
hell's
one.
wrong with going to the park, man? Take you to a nice park, bring some coffee.
What are you pushing on a swing?
I mean, no, no. She might like that. Damn it. Nice lady. No, you just go to a park or like.
Take a walk at the park with your dog or whatever.
yeah.
I'm on board. I
taken-
like that one.
I've
Yeah,
taken them to
yeah.
the park, taken them hiking before. Again, in Washington State, whenever there were a bunch
Yes.
of hikes all over the place.
Yeah.
But the only problem with that is you're like sweating, and they're like,
Sure.
So I grew up in San Francisco. You take them on like an 8-mile hike. Yeah. So
A hike might be tough.
a hike might be tough.
Yeah, but that's not a park.
Just a leisure walk through the park.
But that was a common thing in Washington State. Was like there were hikes everywhere. So they'd be like, "You want to go to hike?" Like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And they were, these broads would show up in Lululemons and freaking
Where they're more
some
in shape,
hiking
too.
boots and hiking sticks. I'm like, oh,
I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a pair of Nike Frees on and some shorts. I'm like, oh. They're just crushing.
Did you bring the poles?
No.
Ugh.
Never. No, dude. If you're
Okay.
Listen, if you're hiking with poles, man, I should be able to push you off the side of a cliff. Like, yeah, you got to be at least 60 to be hiking with
Yes.
sticks.
Yeah, you have to have gray hair.
Work on your balance.
Or going
man.
up Everest or some
Yeah,
shit.
you better have vertigo or some shit. Yeah, if you're hiking
I'm not-
with those
I'm not
things,
bringing
man.
poles. Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's some Mount Everest shit.
Were all the women
Yeah, that's
up there
yeah.
just like super
You
in
get a
shape?
pass then.
Not all of them. Because
Really?
it's a very cold environment, so
would
people would
assume.
really thicken up there.
Yeah.
yeah, cold and rainy.
Yeah.
Very pale people.
I just assumed they'd
yeah.
be really in shape.
Very, very pale people. So, no. No, not really. It's always cold up there. And like I said, man, the summers were beautiful, but man,
Yeah.
people would really thicken up.
Yeah.
So, no. But I don't agree with that. I think taking them to the park
I think that's a good one.
is an awesome idea.
Especially if you got dogs.
An outdoors thing, yeah.
Yeah, an
I like it.
outdoors thing.
Yeah.
And this
Especially
is,
on a pretty day.
And
This
you can
is-
get away if the date's going bad. Like, all right, well, I parked over here. I'll see you later.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
meet you at a
Forever.
park.
This
Later.
is
It's public. People are everywhere.
this is from another list, and I think this is bullshit. Coffee dates.
That's
I think that's
total bullshit.
Yeah, coffee date seems like number one. What is the good?
Yeah, what the
Where do
fuck
you
are
take 'em?
what are you
This is all
supposed to
bad
do?
stuff.
No
Yeah, this is
way.
all bad stuff.
Take them chopping wood down or something.
I don't know what.
the
Wait,
fuck?
so wait,
I wanna know what
you
the
guys
good
think a
stuff
coffee
is.
date is bad?
No, I
No,
think
it's a good
I think
one.
a coffee date's a great date.
That's the date.
Yeah.
That is
That's the date.
That's a date.
Perfect, like first get together.
And you know what?
No commitment.
Screw you if you don't
like,
like it. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Like that's the way it is.
That's
I,
it.
I want it to be short, sweet, to the point, and I either like you and I can leave and be like, I'm gonna go out on another date, or I'm be like, I don't like you, I'm gone. Bye.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's how. That's
And,
honestly.
and for them too, because they might not like you.
Yeah,
you know?
they may
so they're
fucking
like,
think
they
it's
were like,
grease
oh, man,
ball. I don't want to go out.
I don't
Yeah.
want to go to a movie and
Yeah.
and then a full dinner.
you
and
quickly know.
drinks.
You
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pretty quickly know.
Yeah. Takes
if
5
you're-
seconds.
Yeah, if you're a
Yeah.
nice person, you end up kind of hanging in there.
Like if they start thinking like, rock energy and like their hair's blue. You're,
Wait, what did you say? Rock energy.
Rock energy.
Oh man, yeah.
what's your sign? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
That personally for me.
I went
Nothing against it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I got one about those, man.
Yeah, so listen.
Yeah.
You start telling me there's energy in rocks. I'm out. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I met a girl at a bar who was a rock girl, a rock and moon girl.
Yeah.
Real Wiccan girl.
oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Man. I'll tell you the story.
All right, let's hear it. This is a good
Dude,
worst
Change
date
it
story.
starts.
I was in where the hell was I was in New Braunfels, and I was going to apply for the fire department there. And so, they have it was a drive out there for me. So I was like,
Yeah.
let me go the day before
Sure.
so I can wake up and do the physical test and all that stuff. And so I went out to a restaurant, and I ate at the bar, and I was drinking and eating at the bar, whatever. And the bartender was like hitting on me the whole time. I was like, all right. So, yeah. So either way, this bartender's just like feeding me drinks. I take an Uber back to my hotel room, and this girl is just like messaging me like, "Oh, I can't wait till I get off." Like, and I told her where I was staying and all that. And of course, I'm back and forth like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a good time." Yada yada yada. Definitely saying worse than that.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's gonna be super cool. Yeah.
Here's my Snapchat.
Not saying that, dude. So either way, I go back to my hotel room and I pass out.
Oh no.
Pass smooth out, dude. And I wake up to like 15 messages. I'm like, ooh. And I had to go take a physical test and a written test that morning. So I was just like, hey, sorry, I didn't catch you or whatever. And she was like, oh, you're awake. I said, yeah. She said, what time do you have to go to do your test? And I was like, in like 45 minutes. She's like, oh, okay, I'm downstairs. I'm going to come up. I was like, what?
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, dude. She had come that morning. And
What?
like, yeah. Next thing I know, there's a knock on the door.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
hell yeah.
yeah. That's kind of how I
Sweet.
was. I was like, it's kind of crazy, but also cool. I've never had anybody pursue me like this.
Yeah.
So either way, she comes in, she brings some breakfast burritos and shit. We hang out, we watch a little Netflix, we do, we hang out. Yeah, as they say, watch a little Netflix. And then she's like, hey, I brought you this, like, for good luck for your testing. And she gives me a bag of fucking rocks. And I was just like, what? And she's like, yeah, I set them out the other night and they absorbed the moon's energy. And I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. Dude. I fucking threw those rocks right in the trash can, dude. I'm like, get these freaking
Oh man.
get this devil
Moon
shit out
rocks.
of here, dude.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe she's right. You didn't get
No,
hired
dude.
there. So.
I did not get hired. Yeah, I did not get hired. I shouldn't have thrown those damn rocks away, dude.
Yeah.
They had all
She's
the
at her
moon's
house right
energy.
now going,
Yeah. Yeah. She's got a voodoo doll of me. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Shout out to that girl. She was a nice lady, dude.
Yep.
Showed up at my hotel with some rocks and breakfast burritos the next morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Good hangover cure. But yeah, don't what the hell? How the hell did we get off on that?
I think I made a comment about blue hair and red.
Yeah, you did. Blue hair and Wiccans and rocks.
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
Hey, listen, if you like rocks and the moon, that's cool. I'm not gonna
Just
hang
don't share it on
you
the
for
first date.
that. Yeah, don't share it. Yeah, save
Yeah,
it.
don't say
Save
that.
it. Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah, I didn't immediately
wait.
dump Magic the Gathering and shit on Melissa the first date. So save it. So let's go. We'll run through real quick. We've been doing a lot of worst date spots. So Holligan, what was your best date?
My best date?
Yeah, give me a best date.
Me and the wife went to Austin. We've been to a couple places. We went to Washington. I kind of had a debate in my mind, like which one.
You went to where?
Washington, D.C.
Okay.
We just went, right? We wanted to do some hiking.
As a
and stuff.
date?
Well, it was like kind of like a trip date, I would say. We got 4 kids.
You'll
It's hard
see
for us to get around.
Like a Declaration of Independence.
I got a copy of it. But we went to Austin.
Okay.
And it was the best like scheduled time to be somewhere with my significant other.
Sure.
Right. That's what I would say. Best date I ever had.
Sure.
Going there, we got to be alone, no kids, eat disgusting dirty food the whole time.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, DC's got some awesome stuff.
Just for 8-9 years I've been with kids and
Yeah.
hard to get away. So
Yeah.
when I get something like that, that's the best, man. So that
Of
to me, and Austin's awesome. If you
Yeah.
come to Texas, go to Austin. To
Yeah,
do
it's a good spot.
shit. It's a
Yeah.
great spot. That's my best.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do worst? After best?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Let's
Murph?
Murph, what do you
Okay.
got?
Best.
So,
Burn through your best one real
I mean,
quick.
I don't want to sound cliche like
Okay. Too
Holligan,
late?
but
Too late?
But my honest best first date was with my wife.
Okay.
So
Nerd alert.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to jot another one down. We'll go again.
So she's living in Austin, and she had came down or whatever, and I hung out with her at a bar, and I was like, oh man, this girl's cool, cute, funny.
Yeah.
She's got a great laugh. And then anyway, she invites me to come to visit her in Austin. So I'm like, next day I'm like driving to Austin.
Of course.
And then and no, we go out. We do the typical things, going out to eat and things like that. Well, on our way back, we're driving, and then I see like this bridge that's over the water, and there's people jumping off of it into the water.
Hell
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's awesome or whatever. And then I was like, let's go do it.
Oh, shit.
And she goes, yeah, let's go do it.
She was
Hell
in.
yeah.
She was totally in.
God dang.
So like, whip the car around, turn around. We head over to the bridge, and we just join in with the rest of the people and just start jumping into the water.
Shit.
And then we end up having a blast. And then she's, turns out to be love and adventure, all that kind of things,
Yeah.
And so I was like, I was head over heels
Hell
at that
yeah.
point. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this girl's
That's a good
super
one.
cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
you two are a couple of adventure Andes, man. Y'all have been all over the place.
Yeah.
So
and
that's,
I chalk that up to her because I would probably be more of a homebody if it wasn't for her.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
like less social, but she kind of keeps me in that loop or whatever to
Yeah.
keep going and like having fun. And as soon as I commit to something that she's kind of got on her head, in her brain, I'm like, man, I'm so glad you made me do
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
That's
Which is
usually
generally
the case.
Yes.
That's generally how it goes.
Yeah.
So best date was
Yeah.
definitely with my wife, even though that this cliche, but it really was.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think. Look, we don't need to piss our wife.
Yeah.
We already talked about that. Can't imagine this all
Yeah.
the time. What do
Yeah.
you got, Hillen?
I mean, listen, I'll join the old cliche gang.
Oh, here we go.
We have to.
The worst ones
We're
are not
legally
with them anyway.
obligated to.
Well, I mean, that's why we married them, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Because, I mean, if it was a terrible date with them,
You're
yeah.
not going to be with them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course, baby.
No, so me and Melissa, we went to like outside of Houston, outskirts of Houston.
Yeah.
She brought me to this like restaurant that served like awesome burgers and milkshakes and fries and all that stuff. So we went and had badass burgers, and then we went on a hike in the area or whatever.
Sure.
And it was a nice fall day.
There we go, on a hike.
It was a hike. Yeah, we went on a hike, and it was awesome. We had a great time. And then we ended it. She had found a local comic book shop that was like an old school comic book shop that had all kinds of like comics and artwork, and it was awesome, man. So just one of those
Neat.
old nostalgic
Yeah.
comic book shops, and that's my thing. Like I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
you.
I mean, yeah, we had a fucking blast, man. Saw a bunch of bison and shit on this
Yeah.
hike. Like
Oh,
it
that's
was a
awesome.
hike / like nature preserve
in
thing.
Houston?
Yeah, I'll have to ask Melissa where the hell it was, man. She Googled it and found it.
What time of the year was it?
It was probably like October, November.
Oh, that's perfect.
so-
So,
perfect
yeah,
here.
Yeah, it was
Perfect
perfect.
time of the
A
year.
nice light jacket. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, that was one of the best dates. Yeah. I mean, I've had some other really cool dates.
we've all had some cool dates, but
I had another girl that I was dating, and she took me to there's a castle in Texas.
Is there?
There's a castle. Some weird guy built a castle.
That's kind of cool.
okay.
It was kind of cool. I'll have to look it up, man. But this weird guy built this castle all by himself. God damn it, Holligan. That freaking the link to that sex doll that you sent us pops up. Holligan was doing research. No,
It was a $2,000 sex doll. It
23
intrigued me.
$2,300.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Murphy bought one the other day.
Yeah. Murph invested.
No.
Newman's Castle.
Newman's Castle.
Is it?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Newman's Castle.
Paul Newman's Castle.
No, not Paul Newman. Okay. I'll post it. I'll
I'd
post
go
up
there.
I would go there.
It was actually pretty cool, and this girl pitched it to me that I was seeing at the time. Nice, but she pitched it to me, and I was like,
Nice.
"All right, yeah." So yeah, we went to this castle,
Park
and
show.
and you know it was kind of a goof. The guy was obviously a quack. Like
Sure.
he
Yeah.
built his own castle in the middle of nowhere, and
Had the money to do it.
yeah, and it was
Yeah,
like it was
that's
like
what I was about to say.
Yeah, he had a lot of money. He had it was like a tour group set up. so it was us and like one other older couple.
Okay.
And he makes you like put on these goofy hats. This is the beginning of the tour, dude. He makes you put on these goofy hats, and he had like a trebuchet set up, like a catapult thing.
No way.
And he put like a pumpkin in there, and he's like, "All right, put this on, and here's your sword." And he's like, "I need a volunteer to yell to yell at the people in the castle, saying we're coming to breach your gates."
Hell
No,
yeah,
no,
dude.
no. I want to be the guy swinging the sword, please.
Yeah, dude. It was a wooden sword. And I was like, "Listen, buddy, the only reason I'm here is because I'm trying to breach some gates, but not this one, dude." Yeah. So naturally, that's the only reason I'm here, buddy.
Man.
And he's like, "Come on, you." And I'm like, "Fuck, dude." And so I have to scream, like, "We're coming to breach your gates." And I was just like, and that girl like recorded me and stuff. I was like, "This is the
Inside.
gayest
Oh,
thing."
no.
Inside, you're
Yeah.
like, this is the best thing
I was like,
I've ever done.
"This
in my
is the worst." I was like, "This is the worst right now, man." And but yeah, like this, he built. I'll post a picture of it up. But he built like a legit castle.
Holy
like
shit.
this weird
wow.
Real
dude
medieval
built-
with the moat and
He
everything,
built
huh?
this weird castle.
God dang.
So
How
that
about
was that was a cool date. Like, that girl randomly was like, "I know you're a weird guy. You want to go see this other weird guy's castle in the forest?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hell
She
yeah,
pegged you
man."
right, man.
Newman's Castle. He also owns a bakery up the road. I forgot about that. We went to a
Okay.
bakery before it.
What town is that in?
Belleville.
Belleville.
Belleville,
I know
right.
where. That's outside of Houston.
Yeah, Belleville.
Just outside of
Yeah,
Houston.
Highway 36. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a middle of
Yeah.
nowhere town.
Shout out to Newman's Castle. That was fun. The trebuchet thing was a little goofy, but that
Holy
was,
shit.
that was a fun. He had like a torture room and everything. I'm like,
no.
I was like, "Is there an after hours tour you guys doing?" Dude.
Oh shit.
He had the thing where you stretch people out, and
That's the most
yeah.
interesting
Holy
place we go
smokes.
to.
It was wild,
around
man.
Houston. That's wild.
Yeah, it was cool. So you guys, hey, go check out this weird
Yeah,
guy's
dude.
castle in the
I'm
middle of the
I'm
woods.
doing that next weekend.
Do it, dude.
for
Bring the
sure.
kids, man.
I'm gonna take some pictures.
So, all right, let's go on to worst dates. Holligan, what do you got for a worst date?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, worst date
already.
is in a movie theater.
Of course.
Okay. And you got to remember, I was like 15 or 14 years old. And
It's a family show.
this is a family show.
Family show? Sure.
Okay.
Not really.
There was a girl I liked.
Yeah.
And we had agreed we'd go with her and her friend. I'd bring a buddy.
Sure.
And we'd go to the movies.
Was
This
her-
ha- we did this all the time.
Was her
Yeah.
friend a larger girl?
No.
Oh,
She was
okay.
actually a nice,
Okay, okay,
nice chick.
Yeah, just like a double date.
Yeah, double date. And except the friend didn't like my buddy.
Okay.
And so they
Okay,
sat
of
on
course.
either end of us.
We don't
which
like
was
most of
weird.
your buddies, so
Yeah,
it makes sense.
So they're just there for support.
They're there for like to keep it not awkward, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did that
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
young
yeah,
age.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're sitting in the movie, and this young girl had worn clothes that I was like noticing
Scantily
right?
clad.
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So
Yeah, you're a young man.
Yeah.
and I had never up to this point had my hand on a girl's thigh ever. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Never done it.
Rubbing along those ham hocks,
So
dude.
I didn't, and nothing happened, right? We're watching the movie,
Yep.
nothing happened,
Yep.
but I'm obviously excited.
Sure.
That's all I'll say. And so,
I'm excited to hear the story.
anyone who's ever been on a date knows that you got to use the restroom at some point to go talk to your buddy about how it's going, in the movie. So
I guess,
me and my
yeah.
buddy,
I don't know.
I was
Yeah.
like, I got to use the restroom, middle of the movie.
I got to use the restroom.
And, and I,
Go
so
with me.
I get up.
Hey,
and
Terry, come with me.
that's exactly what happened. Okay, don't make fun of me. Come on,
Too late.
This is hard to say anyway. That's
what this whole show's about.
So we're going to the restroom, and my buddy Dawson, he doesn't give a shit. I was like,
Fuck him.
Yeah, it's going good. He's like, dude, look down. So I look down at my pants,
Oh, no.
and there's a stain in my
Oh, dude, you degenerate.
Hey,
And so
You hillbilly.
we're in the bathroom, like trying to figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
that's nature.
And it is just nature. I can't
Jeez.
control that. That just happened.
He's like, let me see if I can blow dry it
She
for you.
said, "We're trying
That
to
was
figure
that was Hilton all the way up until he's 25.
That's
anyway.
true. Yeah. Going early, man. Yeah.
And so you're trying to figure out what the hell. First of all, how did this happen?
Right.
Because we're going through my but we were trying to figure out, do I splash water on me?
It's
Oh,
the
no,
movies.
that's
It's
going
dark.
to make it worse.
Yes, but you still had to walk out with him. So you know what we did when that movie ended?
Oh, dude.
We did the quick side hug
Yeah.
And we fucking ran for his mom's car. She dropped us off.
You should.
That's a good buddy. That's a good buddy.
He's a good buddy.
That's a good buddy.
He kept the attention on him, to a point. She didn't.
Good
talk
job,
to me.
Dawson.
She didn't.
Yeah,
she didn't
good
talk
job.
to
Good
me.
job.
Yeah.
You're taking your popcorn bucket
Real
out of the
bro.
movie theater. You're like, I just really love popcorn.
You're just not very good at picking friends, Dawson.
Yeah.
But-
oh man, dude, that's
She never talked
bad.
to me again after that. Never talked to me again. After
Do you think she knew?
No, she probably just didn't like me.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
Dawson
Yeah.
did
Probably
a
just
solid
Yeah.
cover up.
Yeah.
Dawson's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good job,
If
Dawson.
you guys met him,
Not
Dawson.
bad. I don't really like him. He's your
Worst
friend.
date for me personally, not because
Yeah.
of the woman though, but it was mainly
Just
my
the
fault.
experience.
The
Yeah.
experience was
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay.
So,
That's a bad one.
it was terrible. It's the most embarrassing thing. It's hard to tell the audience, so don't make fun of me.
Yeah.
Roast me.
That happens.
yeah,
yeah. Murph, what do you got?
Okay, so I ended up meeting this girl at the gym or whatever, and we decided to go out on a date or whatever.
Gym-
Kind of
gym
just kind
girls.
of just kind of talking at the
Yeah.
water fountain type
Yeah.
thing or whatever.
Sure,
and
sure.
I go out on a date with her, and then find out like her last boyfriend, like when we first were like trying to meet up, she's like said something about her last boyfriend like driving a Harley and.
He was a bad dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I felt like I'm a nice guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we go out to eat, and anyway, afterwards we were gonna go get drinks, and
Yeah.
so she wanted to go to a pool hall, and then like she knew where to go, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So we go to the pool hall,
Oh no.
and then it's like a biker bar,
A
pool
dive
hall.
bar.
Like
Man.
there's a layer of smoke at the top like this.
Yeah.
They're
doing tattoos in the corner. And
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like I don't belong there
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
And anyway, she's a little forward throughout the whole
Yeah.
experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I'm
like a
young.
girl.
I'm like, okay. And she was a little older than I was. And anyway, she's like, let's go back to the house and hang out. And I'm like, okay. And she had already mentioned that she was like a single mom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So which I had no
Whatever.
problem with.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But
Shout out to the single moms out there.
yeah,
Shout out to you.
absolutely. So anyway, we decided to go back to her house, and I was like, okay, cool, but I'm thinking your kid's not there, right? But I don't ask. Well, I get there,
no,
I
dude.
get there, and the girl, her daughter's there, and she's like 12 years old.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh, so I'm like hanging out in the kitchen. I'm trying to have small talk with like a 12-year-old. And
Dude.
I'm like, anyway, she goes in the back. And at this point, I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. I gotta get the fuck out
I
of
got to
here.
get out of here. Already the girl was like a little off-putting. And I
Yeah.
don't know why I committed to go back to her house. But I'm just
I
like,
mean, I
you
know
were
why.
hungry.
I know why.
I'm
you
very-
got
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
very
We all
go-
know why.
Yeah, we know why.
So anyway, I just came up. I did what any gentleman would do, and I came up with a
My
lame-
mom's dying.
Yes, I came up with a super lame excuse, and then I bounced.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll
My mom
holler
has
at you
cancer.
later. I'll
Like,
see you at the gym." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And then like it was weeks before I went back to the gym.
You
I just
changed
worked out
gyms?
at home for a little while.
Yeah. You just absolutely
I was gonna
panicked.
say
Yeah.
you changed gyms. I'm
So
sure.
yeah, that's worst date.
And that's why you got to be careful with like, what is it like? Don't shit where you eat, or like,
Yeah.
Yes,
picking
yeah,
up
yeah.
picking up chicks
Heck,
at
we've
the
all
gym,
been there,
dude.
right?
Yeah, you got to you got to change gyms after that, dude.
Yeah,
You got to go at a different
I ended
time.
up going back or whatever,
Yeah.
and small talk.
You explained
at the
your way
gym.
out of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
good for you.
No big deal.
That's good
I
call.
never went on another
Yeah.
date with her.
Yeah.
She was still kind of cordial with me, but
Yeah.
Yeah. She probably got the picture.
she was rough around the edges, as they say.
Yeah, I could see that.
Her last boyfriend was a biker.
Yes.
Yeah.
That went to dive bars.
Yeah, she rode on the
has
back
to
of
be a
his
part of that.
motorcycle or whatever. What'd you call them? The old ladies?
Old
right?
lady.
Yeah.
a biker.
That's my old lady.
Yeah.
Man, dude. Bikers. Yeah, that's tough, dude. You got to be careful picking chicks up at the gym.
We
That's-
showed up at that pool hall too. Nothing but affliction shirts.
Oh, that was
Hell
the-
yeah.
that
I was like, ooh, man, I'm going to get beat up.
They're all
here
good
for
at
sure.
fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
backyard.
Or they think they are.
They thought they were
Yeah,
UFC
yeah, yeah.
fighters.
They hadn't met Murphy yet.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
All right.
What's
so
yours, man?
this was again whenever I was in Washington. I was in the military. I was newly single, and my ex had just cheated on me with a Target security guard. I'm not bitter about it or anything. But and I met this girl. It was probably on Plenty of Fish. So I met this girl, and we go out and what did we do first, man? We went to a restaurant. We got something to eat. We got some drinks or whatever.
The usual.
Yeah, and we hit it off. We were having a great time, dude. She was cool as shit. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, "I know a good burger spot. Like if you save room for burgers, and we'll go get some burgers and beers." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" We went and got burgers. We had a good time. And then somehow we ended up back at my truck. You know,
Hell yeah.
yeah. And we were like checking the seat belts in the back and stuff, making sure the seats were clean. You know,
We get it.
yeah. I was armor alling, dude, making sure there was a good sheen on things. So, and dude, this girl, we're like putting our clothes back on from the armor alling because we got sweaty.
You got
you know,
a little hot and heavy.
a little, yeah. So, and I was like, hey, I said we should hang out again, like next week or something.
Sure.
We'll meet up and hang out again. She goes, well, I don't know. I've got a lot of.
You really impressed her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, it was bad. You talk about make you feel low, man.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, I got a lot of Tinder dates lined up. And I was like,
Oh my god.
yeah, dude,
No.
dude.
Right after a breakup, it was
Wow.
bad too.
Yikes.
You talk about a good shower cry after that one, man. Oh, dude.
The self-esteem is just gone, dude.
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh,
dude.
she did you a favor, man.
Oh,
Get
it
out
was
of
so
there.
bad, man. I
You
was just like,
you were before those Tinder dates.
dude, on the way home, I was like,
You weren't up to snuff.
it was so bad, man. I just wasn't up to speed. There were a bunch of other dates lined up, man.
Apparently.
God, that was so bad, man. Yeah, that was a low blow, man.
Dude, that just shot to the heart.
I was,
dude.
hey, ladies out there, gee, give us a
Keep
break
it
for
to
God's sakes,
yourself.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
just say it. I'm busy. Yeah,
I'm going out of town or something.
man. My mom's in the hospital or something.
You did. Yeah.
or I don't
You
like
didn't meet the mark.
Yeah, or you were a bad armor aller.
Right.
Yeah, dude. You know.
Explain.
Yeah. So, excuse me. That was a pretty bad one.
that would hurt. That would hurt.
yeah.
That was a bad one.
no.
Anybody
That
else
would-
got
that would
anybody got a
really
topper for that one?
I don't think I do.
Man,
How much time do we
I
have?
do.
you got some time. You got
man.
some. You got some. I mean, you probably got some Lubbock too. You went on a date with, dude.
I'm trying to think.
If you're trying to think, you don't have shit.
Without making someone feel horrible if they ever watched it.
Okay.
Nah, I'll leave it alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, leave it alone.
I might leave
Leave
that
it
one.
alone. Leave it alone. Yeah.
If you had a bad date with me, reach out and comment.
Yeah.
Say something.
Leave a comment if you had a terrible date with any of them. I bet
Roast
some
me.
of these girls might. Yeah, I hope not. Anyway.
I have told a girl to go home before because we were going to hook up. And they were on their period. And I was like, I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
We're not friends.
Yeah. Jeez.
You led me to believe something else.
Yeah. You led me down this road, and here we are.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a common courtesy. I might be wrong. But if you know what you're going...
I guess
you're,
in the
you're going to a bedroom, you know what you're kind of leading it into, and then you say, I'm on my period. It's like,
I mean, that's one.
I don't know.
I like hygiene. I'm just not...
Well, yeah.
Let-
Obviously. I mean,
That's something you for the future.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But that's very private.
But honestly, good on her for
at least let me know,
yeah.
I guess.
Good on her for saying that. Dude, giving you a heads up, dude. Yeah,
or maybe that was just
Yeah.
maybe that
I'm
was
the
just
dick.
her way of just not
That might have been it, too.
hooking up with you.
Ooh, yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you want to do? Just cuddle in my
Could have
bed?
just been denying.
I don't
you.
want to cuddle.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
cuddling with you. You're not my wife.
Yeah.
You're my girlfriend. You know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Melissa.
I'm a dickhead. I
Too
know.
much.
Melissa
Yeah.
jammed me up this morning.
Apparently.
These girls, like you gotta.
I know.
Yeah. You gotta
There's probably a
love.
lot of people that agree with that.
Yeah. You gotta love these girls for like loving us unconditionally. You know,
Sure.
we're
Yes.
burping and farting and like we, you know.
Oh yeah.
Horrible stories.
I'm sure
But-
we're very off-putting at points.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But dude, in the mornings, I'm fucking a mover and a shaker in the morning. Like I'm all over the place in the morning. I wake up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on go.
Yeah.
And this morning, I wanted to try and like get the podcast room set up.
Yeah.
Get a workout in, walk the dog. I had a bunch of, and Melissa wakes up. She's like, "Ooh," and she's like, will you come cuddle with me on the couch for a little bit? And I'm just like, fuck.
I got shit to do.
Yes. Yeah, but I got, and then I was like, all right.
And you're just itching the whole time. You're
I'm
just
like
laying there.
tapping and shit. Yeah. And then I told her,
I've
been there.
Gotta
oh, dude, I'm like,
stick and move.
I'm like, I gotta go, man. Yeah. And she's like, just a second longer. Which God bless them for loving us and wanting to love on us. for sure.
yeah.
But you know, excuse me. Holligan,
my poor wife has to put up with me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I got something I forgot to pull up for last episode for Holligan.
What is it?
Me and Holligan we'll probably be on the med unit tomorrow, saving lives.
Yeah.
No big deal, dude. I remember the last time I rode the med unit with Holligan. And it's just the hillbilly in him, but these nurses at the hospital, he'd be like, "Hey, honey, you know where I can get a blanket or something from this lady?"
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, honey. Hey,
Dude,
toots.
and he'd be like, "Hey, sugar, you know where I can? Where do I drop this patient
Oh,
to?"
no.
And
the
dude,
pet names that he gives them.
and they'd be
I
like,
wasn't even trying to be.
No, dude.
Just being nice.
it is kind of an old school thing.
it's just
though.
a
I guess.
southern
Sometimes,
hillbilly
yeah.
in him, dude. Hey, sugar tits. No, he didn't
Oh,
do
no,
that. He didn't
God.
do that one.
Yeah.
Apparently-
take that out of your
He
vocabulary.
didn't do that one. No.
Apparently, I didn't even see this, but one of the nurses, I don't even know if she was a
Did
nurse.
they take offense to it?
She was
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw her face and she was just like, "What the?" Yeah. And it's just in his lexicon, dude. He's just like a southern gentleman hillbilly. He's like, "Hey, sugar. Hey, you know where I gotta help this nice lady out. You know where she's cold. You know where I can get a blanket for her?" And I'm just over there laughing my ass off,
Oh,
man.
no.
what a guy. Didn't help
No,
out.
dude. I told
I
him.
mean, you're already.
I told him.
You're
I told
sank
him.
your own
Christine
ship
did.
at that point.
Your wife didn't come around the corner to help
Yeah.
me out. Nothing.
Oh, dude,
Was
I
all
told
my
him
lonesome.
that shit was
Being
so
judged.
funny, man.
Being judged. I don't like that at all.
What?
Dude, if that was me and someone was like,
Hey, honey.
"Hey, honey," I'd be like, "Hey,
Yeah, no,
how's
no,
it
no.
going?
Dude,
I'll
a lady-
help you out."
It's just
Yeah.
the way we were raised.
We were turning over
For sure.
a patient last shift, me and Murph were, and I was standing there and I had my clipboard or whatever. And this nurse, or like I don't know if she was an LVN, I don't know what she was. But either way, she was standing behind the counter whenever I was waiting on the other nurse to be finished doing whatever she was doing. And she was under her breath, she goes, "You're one fine ass fireman." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I said, no. Like, I don't. And she's like, "Is that sexual harassment?" I said, "It could be." I said, "But I don't give a shit." I said, "I appreciate the compliment, man. Yeah, you can compliment me all you
little
want,
bit
man."
different.
Hell, dude, I was laughing my ass off, man. Shout out to those nurses, man.
Yeah.
They're in the same boat as us.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yes,
their
they
thing.
are.
They're
Putting up with a lot.
keeping the ship afloat, man. Putting up with a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But folks, that's our best and worst dates. We found a goofy list. We roasted it as usual.
Per usual.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let everybody know what's going on with the podcast, please. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate you guys watching. And we love you guys. Holligan, what do you got for them?
Well, if you went on a bad date with one of us, let us know. Comment.
Oh,
Let us know how
no.
bad that
Damn
date
it.
was.
Let's see those comments now.
Maybe you
please.
didn't know you were on a bad date.
Yeah.
But let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us your best and worst dates.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe.
Let us know, folks. Make sure and comment. Again, best and worst dates. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Later.
Cheers.